Alright. Hello, chat. Sorry, I was jamming out too much. Love this fucking cover so much. This is genuinely one of my favorite covers of a song. Definitely my favorite cover by Got Metal. Which is saying a lot because he has some really, really good covers. Hi, chat. Happy Saturday, everybody. You're just sneaking away. Yeah. Hi, Martlet. Hi, Martlet. Ronji, hi. Gay people. Yeah, imagine gay people like. He just goes off. Yeah, happy Saturday, everybody. We're at what? We're at what? 60 days, right? I haven't checked. I haven't. Hold on, let me put on something else. Well, to chew on while we. Yeah. What's the countdown at? I haven't checked it today. 60 days. Yes. We are at 60 days until Deltarune. Doesn't feel real. Still doesn't feel real. "60 days until everyone's brain chemistry is changed again." Like, 60 days feels so close and also so far away. God, I love the fog. Tenna Deltarune will be real in 60 days. What do you mean, though? That Tenna design's clearly fake. Toby Fox is just trolling us, guys. Right? He's just trolling us, you know? He would totally do that. What's that? What's that one fucking quote from, it's from the Woody Theory video, because I remember I watched in Call with my friends last year. It was like, Deltarune fans, something about, like, Toby Fox being under your bed. It's like, it subverts your expectations. It's not like Nintendo, it's not like it's on the official, listing in Japan, you know? Can't wait for this surely be the chapter where the game unpacks for species euphoria. Yeah, surely. Let's unpack. Sorry, you. Yeah, I had the opportunity. Let's pack. Oh, no way, Kirby background. That's so crazy. Alright, let me check real quick, make sure. I'm like 99% sure I turned off practice mod. We'll fix the gas line. True. Okay, yeah, it's off. We'll finally learn if it was a dark fountain or a gas line. Alright. Money's on gas line, yeah. I mean, that would subvert our expectations, you know? That means Toby Fox would totally do it. He's just a troll, guys. Chapter 3 will be a 30-second cutscene of Chris dead on the floor from the gas leak. Yeah. Little did we know all that Chapter 3 footage was actually Chapter 4 footage. Yeah, I got that. Got a great split background. Speaking of Kirby, I don't know why. I just kind of felt like it today, but I decided to like replay KFL. I don't know. I was kind of just feeling like it. So you know, played through the first two worlds. It's my first time. It's the first time playing my game on my Switch OLED. So it's nice seeing the game in that like crisper resolution. KFL is great. There's a reason I like speedran it for like 2 months. It's a really fun game. There's gonna be more, yeah. Over 3 100% files. I almost had 3 100% files. I've 100%ed the game 3 times. Just, I haven't had all 3 files at once be 100%. I'm eventually gonna get a Switch too. Like, it's on my pipeline of things I want to get, obviously. But it's gonna be a little sad that I'm not gonna be able to play the KFL expansion on release. But God, when I get a Switch 2 and I'm able to upgrade KFL, like, it's gonna be so fucking weird playing that game at 60. Now, you know what really... Get Star Allies a Switch 2 upgrade. Make that game have a consistent frame rate. Make it so that the Mage Sisters fight isn't like a fucking PowerPoint presentation. 60 FPS in the menus. What's funny is that, like, KFL isn't the first time Kirby's done that. Star Allies also did that. Although Star Allies was even more weird about it because also in Star Allies, like, I think some of like the sub games were 60 FPS. The goal game was 60 FPS. Like, specifically the goal game. KFL, like, has, like, pause menus are 60. Like, KFL menus are 60, but there's not as many menus in that game. Use a 40 Mage Sister against Mage Sister boss fight. Literally, it just becomes a PowerPoint presentation. You know, even if, like, you know, Star Allies doesn't get, like, a proper, like, Switch 2 upgrade, like, it's still gonna be, like, it's still definitely gonna get, like, probably still gonna run better. He used to play the best game of all time again. Finally. Yeah, Star Allies is cool. Smile. Those who know. I really like memes aside, I really like Star Allies. Like, when I say that, I mean, like, that game is entirely carried by the post-game content. Like, it is hard carried by everything that happens after you beat the main story. Isn't Captain Toad getting a performance upgrade? I think so. The main story's fine. I don't have anything against it. And, you know, the finale of the game is, like, really, 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 really good. But, that's, like, any Kirby game. Yeah, Void Terminus is such a cool final boss. Yeah, fucking Guest Star and Heroes in Another Dimension are fucking carrying that game on their backs. Hi, Oakley. You know, I like how I can tell that Oakley's in chat because of Martlet spelling. Shayham. Oakley has... Meh. Yippee. It's kind of crazy to think about that, like... Wait, oh my god. KFL was, like, March, right? That game's 3 years old. Right? Oh my god, that game's 3 years old. Surely I can afford Switch 2 for it. Surely. Are you sure? Speaking of Kirby. What? Oh, huh? What? Huh? To 90 isn't like Mario Kart like the only like new game currently that's $80 and everything else is 70? Not 90. Yeah. No, I'm not saying that, like, you can't criticize them for selling a game for $80. I'm just, like, it kind of bugs me that people, like, are spreading misinformation about it. Isn't it 90 for physical copies? I don't think that was confirmed. I think that was, like, speculative in, like, some countries. Who's gonna take on the team and purchase the $500 bundle before SGDQ? So true. Oh yeah, yeah. If this is the thing that radicalizes gamers. Corporate greed instead of minorities for once. I'll take that. Yep. Even if some of them are directing their anger at corporate greed in the wrong direction. Guys, I don't think it's Nintendo's fault that the tariffs exist. How bad scalping? Yeah. There have been measures in place currently to get around scalping. Like, I know, like, what is it? I know, like, they had, like, special requirements to even, like, get a pre-order where it's, like, it's, like, obviously one per Nintendo account. Also, like, the account had to be, like, had to have been subscribed to NSO for a year and have at least 50 hours of playtime. Yeah. The fucking, like, Delta being $25 is, like, a steal. But, you know, that's just kind of a indie game moment. Yeah, it's an insane value. And, like, this is, like, something that, like, some people don't get, but, like, some indie games kind of, like, purposely undervalue themselves because that's how they sell, you know? So it's not like, I remember this was a big thing when Metroid Dread came out. Because, you know, that was a $60 game, and people were saying, like, oh, this game's overpriced because it's 2D and doesn't have as much content as Hollow Knight, which is $15. Like, not realizing that Hollow Knight being $15 is, like, the exception. That is an indie game. Yeah, no game compares to Hollow Knight. I haven't even beaten Hollow Knight, and I can agree with that. In terms of, like, content worth. like, yeah, it's a different type of genre. But even then, like, the whole people, like, trying to, like, attribute, like, time to, like, dollar value in a game, I think that's kind of stupid, because, like, it's entirely really subjective. Some games are very replayable, like, sometimes people take faster on some games. And, you know, then you have cases where, like, you know, I've gotten, like, 400 hours out of Persona 5. Well, actually, I think it's 500. And, you know, that game is, like, $60, you know? Does that mean Persona 5 is has insane value because I played it for like 500 hours? No. Does me getting having 130 hours in KFL mean that, like, you know? Yeah, 10 to 20 hour games are not inherently worth less than 80 to 100 hour RPGs. Same with 2D games. Yeah, that was like a big like thing you'd saw like stupid stupid grifters posting about with Nintendo when Metroid Dread released. Because, you know, God forbid a game be 2D in the year of our Lord 2021. I hate the passage of time. How much is Ultra Kill right now? I don't know because I got that game on sale. I got that game on sale like 2 years ago. So I don't actually remember how much I paid for it. $25? Alright, yeah. Same price as Deltarune. I've gotten like 50 hours. I've gotten like 50 hours out of that game. And it's not even finished yet. Like, you can get insane value out of indie games. Like, you can really get insane value out of indie games, and I don't think that should be used as a mark against, like, actual, like, AAA games. Because both games are, like, competing for, like, inherently different markets. Why were they all going off to that right side? I always felt like it was disingenuous. I feel like it's disingenuous every time, like, someone tries to, like, say a AAA game isn't worth it because insert X indie game here is way cheaper and has more content. Different games will feel worth... Yeah, exactly. There's definitely way more risk buying a AAA, definitely, because it's more expensive, and that's why a lot of AAA games, and that's why a lot of AAA games, like, try not to take too many risks, which is why some of them can feel samey. But yeah, there's definitely a lot more of a risk when it comes to, like, buying a AAA game, and, like, you know, that's fine. Can argue that, like, there's always a risk buying any game. Yeah, and if you're on the fence about, like, a full-price game, definitely look into it. Figure out if it's a game you would want, and, you know. Even better to game. Hey, guess what game has a demo? Okay, no, obviously I'm talking about Ultra Kill. Even though that game's demo is, like, really old from what I know. Deltarune has a demo for 7 years. We're almost out. And yeah. Top 10 Jevil moments. Deltarune lived longer than the Confederacy, and I think that's beautiful. The Wii U outlasted the Confederacy, like... Epic live split background, yeah. I have a lot of art in there. At least half of it is Martlet. I know a big chunk of mine is Ralsei, but that's mostly just because Ralsei art is really easy to find. Chapter 1. What a chapter 1. Moving forward. Top 10 chapter 1 moments. Number 10, the right arrow key. Number 9, control key. Number 1, missing head Hathy skip. They only had 6 million units, and there's like 7 million people in the world, so almost everyone has. No, they were spitting though. They were spitting. Participation trophy, left arrow key. I'll go stream. Stream goes alright. It's been alright. I died to Jevil, so. Because I never died to Wait, no, you're right. You're so right, though. Huh. Holy Zenith. Yeah, you've never made any mistakes in the runs you've done. I guess speaking of recent things, the Minecraft movie's out now. I haven't seen it yet, but it sure exists. Chicken Jockey. I've seen like so many videos that are just people like cheering at that. It's great. Flint and Steel. The Nether. I'm glad to know that Jack Black's character really is just him saying Minecraft items. I'm glad to know that that is indeed what his character is like. Damn, no Susie target. This is so sad. Figure I am Jimbo. Sockin' buskin'. Cavendish. This is the plant. Jack Black cast as Markiplier in the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. Amazing. It's crazy how that movie got a teaser, like, on the same day as the Deltarune trailer. So much fucking happened. So much happened that day. I need to fucking take off my jacket. Oh no, I'm losing time because I'm not mashing. Oh no, chat. Whatever will I do? Of course, no Susie targets in the turn 1. Okay, but surely this means the 1 and 9, right? Right? Yay! Streamer, you got hit. Streamer, reset. Ah, I got hit. No. Wait, why did Streamer let Susie die? Is he stupid? It's Super Susie Strong. Why she die? Is she a lore reason? Why is Streamer skipping all the dialogue? Are they stupid? God, I really hope Chapter 3 has a Ralsei death strat. We need to complete the trilogy. Oh, nice clip. Streamer, is this pacifist or genocide? Is this seated? Why do they need the dark fountains? Why do they need to steal the dark fountains? This guy fucking sucks at Deltarune. Why are they blue? Is there a lore reason? Oh, speed keep. Does Chris have jaundice but like blue? Does Chris have blue jaundice? Blondness? Did I? No. You're thinking of Ben. Ben drowned. Insert screen. I'm Horace. Ed, and Eddie. Purgatory theory. Ed, and Eddie. Purgatory theory. I rate this a broken marriage out of 10. That clip is so funny. Yeah, Deltarune is a Switch 2 launch title. Remember when Toby was just a guy who made an Earthbound ROM hack? Yeah, it got the fucking fade to black. Yeah, meanwhile, you know, Silksong out here just getting tossed into a sizzle reel with no fanfare. God, it's so weird seeing so many people talk about Deltarune on Twitter. There's actually gotta be so many Junior fans from the Direct. There's already, like, so many people are talking about this game now. I've had, like, multiple fucking hit tweets go off. My reaction is funny because I was just in denial. I was in denial and shock, like, what? Because, you know, that literally was the last thing I expected. I mean, to be fair, the moment you saw the dog, it was Deltarune. The dog rapidly approaching my speed. I was fucking screaming. Yeah, we were losing it. And then fucking we all just like shouted out Silksong when it showed up. Been waiting so long. Yeah. Like, we've been waiting longer than we had to wait for Chapter 2. We've been waiting. Yeah, we've been waiting longer than we've known each other. Because I met you like 2022. Yeah, the same one. Like they're releasing two. Yeah, but you know, Toby didn't have a team for like a year and a half after Chapter 1. And also they restarted development with between Chapter 1 and 2 as well. It's like from what I remember, Toby saying, "Oh my God, can I have some in?" Why were they all outside the box? Hello? Waiter, more spades, please. But yeah, I just cannot believe it. Yeah, but it's still Deltarune, you know? Toby's just that guy, you know? But yeah, and it's crazy. I've been with Deltarune since the beginning. Quite literally, because, you know, I played Chapter 1 on Survey Program when it released. And, you know, Chapter 1 is the beginning. Like, you know, I was, like... You know, I already had been in love with Undertale since, like, 2016. Like, early 2016 when I beat it for the first time. So, you know, I was on Deltarune, like, day one. And so I've been following this game's development since it first released. I was in my junior year of high school when Survey Program dropped. And I would say that I'm going to be 23 when the game releases, but no, I won't. It's releasing the day before I turn 23. Literally releasing the day before I turn 23. As a casual fan. Chapter 2, I like. God. Like, you know, I only started speedrunning because I needed to satiate my brain rot for a bit, because I just wanted to keep playing the game. But, you know. I'm still playing the game, I guess. I guess I haven't been satiated. Oh my God. The brain rot has only worsened, yeah. Devil has always been an emote. What are you talking about? patterns. Dude, my fucking life for good diamonds. Dude. I just got fucking womboed. Second carousel is so weird. I mean, I'd say Berdly dying to Snowgrave is pretty definitive. Or at least, like, you know, going comatose. He can also just not die. Just because it's the same ending doesn't mean the same characters have to live. It's like he's in some King of Snowgrave. Because you reject Curdly. True. But yeah, Toby's like, you know, been very insistent on the one ending thing, but always in like a very vague way. You know? One ending. I mean, on the Steam page, it's literally one ending question mark. Happens last in the story will be the same. Yeah, exactly. They're basically just two roads that lead to the same path. They lead to the same destination. You know, like, what happens to you on either road is, you know, can be vastly different, and you might end up on the other side completely different than how you would be if you took the other path, but it's still gonna, you're still getting to the same place regardless. No, this is the everything is gonna explode. No, it doesn't have to be that. Maybe it's the same ending in, like, the very literal sense. And that, like, when you look at the ending, it's, like, the same thing. It's just everything around it is different. You know, what if the ending is, like, Chris playing the piano? It's the same ending for both endings, but, like, you know, on main route, you know, they might be surrounded by all their friends, while in weird route, they might just be alone. You know? It's the same ending. But but it would qualify as different enough, you know? I think that's an example, like, I remember, like, Shay bringing that up outside of, like, you know, everybody dies. It's just the, like, I think the whole, like, everybody dies, like, you know, world explodes, gets hit by a meteor or whatever is the easiest way to explain that sort of concept. Like, when you think about it, like, Undertale kind of has it with the neutral endings. Every single neutral ending ends with Asgore dying and Frisk leaving the underground. But, you know, the consequences of that and, you know, what you did to get there is completely different between every single playthrough. And Sand specifically calling you, yep. Maybe Chris just gets to be free. Yeah, what if the ending is just us getting ejected from the game? You know? I can't wait for, like, there to be, like, you know, just being able to do more stuff in the light world. Just walking around and talking to people. Yo, nice box tech. Chris? You can interact with things, I know you can. You have reached the hotline for idiot babies. You see, this is why Frisk is the realest human. They don't have problems interacting with things. They just have problems buffering. Actually, neither of them are real. But wait, that's true. Wait, I forgot. I didn't consider that. Wait, that's true. Stovetop, one thing. I mean, just look at, like, interacting with the switches and ruins in Undertale speedruns versus Undertale Yellow speedruns, and you'll know what I mean. What's Stovetop? In New Home. Oh, this is a joke? Okay. I still love someone getting stovetop being the deciding factor in a race during the fucking Set Seed Geno tournament. Yeah, stovetop, you know, it's just stovetop and New Home on the left side. Because in Geno, it's very easy to interact with the stovetop instead of the key. I am kind of curious, like, how many connections Deltarune will have with Undertale. And I'm mostly, like, curious and, like, I want to see how they handle that. Did it always say part? Yeah. No, it always said that, I'm pretty sure. I don't even know, like, how much the Steam description was even updated. Because doesn't it still say Chapter 3 through 5 are going to be the next release? And, you know, there's still the fucking HTML error. But yeah, a lot of, like, that description is just the same as it's always been. But yeah, I am really interested to see how this game is gonna handle all its Undertale connections, because I don't want this game to be too reliant on Undertale. It's also why, like, you know, I'm kind of vehemently against all of, like, all the Knight theories that involve them being an Undertale character. Knight Papyrus is funny, but, like, you know, it's just that. It's funny, and people have done creative things with it, but I don't think it should be the canon answer. The only other character I think it could be is Annoying Dog. I mean, the Annoying Dog was in the computer lab in Chapter 1. But yeah, how I feel about, like, just, like, Undertale stuff with this game is just, like, I'm glad we're past, like, that early, like, that, basically that Chapter 1 era vibe of, like, everyone just, like, making the game, like, Undertale 2. You know? But also, I don't like it when people go in, like, you know, too far of the opposite direction. This is Undertale 3. Wait, that's true. So, like, obviously this game has connections to Undertale. Duh. There wouldn't be, like, that the moments with Sans where he, you know, plays on your expectations as someone who's played Undertale, you know? Like, this game and Undertale are gonna have connections, but, like, I think this is still its own thing, but it is still going to, like, have those Undertale connections. This isn't just, like, a world where there are Undertale characters but is completely divorced from Undertale, you know? I don't think it's like that. I think even Toby has said, like, it's... Well, Toby has even said, like, you know, it's parallel to Undertale. Which makes you think, is this gonna be like a fucking Xenoblade Chronicles 2 type shit, where the endings of Undertale and Deltarune are happening at the same time? Gonna get that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 moment. Don't know what Sans' deal is. Yeah. He knows something, obviously. All of his dialogue is just there to fuck with the player. And, you know, obviously, you know, there's the whole opening of the game that, like, plays on, like, this really being Undertale, you know, with, like, even having its own, like, Undertale choicers. And, you know, Toby outright saying that he wanted people to think this was Undertale 2 going into it. Did you watch the Minecraft movie? No, I have not watched it. Everyone, yeah. They suck so much in fucking True Reset. The one choicer you have to do. Like, why do I mean, it's like that in Undertale. It is an Undertale choicer. I'm gonna get jump scared. This is Deltarune. I will say, like, it always feels weird to me, like, when I see people who, like, have played Deltarune but have never played Undertale. It just, I don't know. I get why. This is a free demo, you know. This is a free demo, you know, you don't have to pay money for it, so it's a lot easier for, like, you know, someone to just get into. But it's like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of this game just doesn't hit the same without context of Undertale, you know? Chapter 1 as a whole is like... It really is like enhanced by the context of Undertale. He's a random throwaway joke. Yeah, it confuses me the most. Like it's like a funny what if, but it's not like an actual serious thing. And you know, like I said, I totally get why people have only played Deltarune and not Undertale, because this is free. That automatically makes it more accessible. This fucking guy. I mean, like, the entire vibe of, Chapter 1, like, it just doesn't hit the same if you haven't played Undertale. Like, so much of Chapter 1, like, just, is basically just one big, like, you thought this was Undertale 2, fuck you, you know? That was almost disastrous. This is gonna be disastrous because when he healed, didn't heal Rase. Ah, so close. Okay. Fuck it, I'm just gonna let's just do ACMR. Today is just get bullied by Jevil Day, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he's just mad at me for like my fucking 20-minute Jevil session earlier. where I just kept beating him up until I got 12 turn ultimate attack skip. What was I gonna say? Alright, like, I feel like if you don't play Undertale, like, at any point while playing Deltarune, like, if you, like, play Deltarune entirely, like, without having played Undertale, I feel like you're kind of, like, doing yourself a disservice. No, you're right. However, this category is also pretty easy to just do a run, and you know, if you didn't just play the game, because it's chapter 1 and E%. Hell if you're trying to PB, but like chill if you're just wanting to play the game. I do not remember the item routing for this. I want to say you only need like an amber card for Iron Shackle. Just want to put that on Ralse for mouse. Yeah, I agree, Random. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like if you played this game and haven't played Undertale, I still think it's fine. I think it's a little weird, but like you enjoy the game how you want to, you know. But it's just always gonna like feel weird to me that like there are people who haven't played Undertale who have played Deltarune. Yeah, it's possible to love this game without playing Undertale, but it's always gonna feel weird to me that, you know. You will like Undertale. Like, okay, I wouldn't say that exactly, because it depends on what you like about this game. If you really like this game's combat, then you probably aren't going to jive as much with Undertale, where everything is way more simplistic. Toby does it. Okay, I'm not sure about that, because he has been very insistent about, you know, telling people to play Undertale before Deltarune in a way. You know, the whole, like, on console, the game opens up and tells you, hey, this is intended for people who have beaten Undertale. Go to the Undertale store page, you know? And then, you know, put the game on sale for the lowest it's ever been, or, like, last month. Well, that's... Nobody could fucking force you. Nobody. In the FAQ, he did say this was intended for... I think, like, if I remember his wording, in, like, the first FAQ, he said it was intended for people who have played Undertale but you can still experience and enjoy it without having played Undertale, but it's like parallel, you know. Something akin to that. But yeah, like, he can't force you to play Undertale before Deltarune. It's like, he really wants you to play Undertale first. That's the vibe I get. But, you know, he isn't gonna force you, and he isn't gonna, like, you know, make this, like, Undertale sequel, this game makes no sense without Undertale, etc. But he can't force you to play Undertale first. Just like how, like, I'm just gonna use this as an example because it's, like, the only other thing I can think of. Just how, like, you know, Tetsuya Nomura can't force you to play all the Kingdom Hearts games in order. He's not gonna stop you from playing Kingdom Hearts 3 first and having no idea what the fuck is going on. He's not gonna stop you. Man, people should just play Undertale anyway because it's a good game. But I too totally get if, like, you don't really vibe with Undertale as much as you would Deltarune. Because, like, you know, I said, like, Undertale, like, is, like, very, like, simplistic gameplay wise, especially when you compare it to Deltarune. Yeah, Marley, I get that. It was just the only example I could think of off the top of my head. Play Undertale right now. You have to take a quiz. You have to take a quiz. The game looks for Undertale save data on your computer. God, I remember when that was a fucking rumor. When Survey Program first came out about how, like, the game checks for if you did the genocide ending or whatever. I feel like I remember Toby even having to comment on that. But I may be misremembering that part specifically. I just did all bosses. Lol. That's all I've been running for the past 2 weeks. Give me some slack here. Yeah, I think that's what he was referring to, that type of rumor. Yeah. I do obviously think the intended way to play Deltarune, though, is to have already played Undertale. What I think, like, I don't think this game is going to interact with your Undertale saves at all. Especially because that would kind of fuck over people who, like, played Undertale on, like, a different system. I could see that, but I still kind of doubt it. But like, someone someone tell me they also remember like the chapter 1 room, like the chapter 1 survey program era rumor where like during like the first like month of the game, people were saying that like, oh, like it checks if you have like the Geno files in your Undertale save folder. It means something. That was just a lie. That just didn't happen. That was just completely false. It was false. It was just fabricated. I remember that being a rumor like very early on. Yeah, that basically is just like, just take that type of energy and just apply it to like a lot of other things, and that's just what the chapter 1 era Deltarune fandom was like. I struggle to say that that was the Deltarune fandom, because like I've definitely said this before, but I feel like during the chapter 1 era, the Deltarune fandom, it was just the Undertale fandom. Yeah, even Deltarune. Hell, fucking Deltarune speedrunning used to be a part of the Undertale speedrunning server, I think. If I remember correctly. FLB wasn't a thing until like 2020, I think. But yeah, I really feel like the Deltarune fandom itself didn't really come to exist until after Chapter 2. Because by then, Deltarune was enough of a game on its own to, like, really, you know, stand apart from Undertale. Like, if you take a, like, you know, a Venn diagram of Undertale fans and Deltarune fans, there's gonna be huge overlap. But like back in like 2018 through like, you know, before Chapter 2, then that Venn diagram would have just been a circle. Nice live split background, yep. Most masculine Ralsei art. Yeah, I wouldn't be in the community without Chapter 2. I mean, I would still be a fan, but, you know. And I still would, you know, have been, like, excitedly following the game. But I was very much, like, not involved with the fandom at all. And, like, you know, prior to, well, speedrunning Chapter 2. Chapter 2 has a... Yeah. Chapter 1 and 2 have very different vibes, and I think that's, like... I don't want to say it's the point. I don't think it's the point, but, like, that's definitely intentional, and not because, like, Toby intentionally tried to make Chapter 2... I think it's more just, like... Chapter 1 was going to be all we were going to have at first. So it was written to be very self-contained. Like Chapter 1 has a different vibe just because it was, you know, it was meant to just be fully self-contained and all we were going to have for a while. I don't even think Toby thought the game would take this long. No way. I remember, like... yeah, I think he said his Mac project time was 7 years. I remember thinking, like, oh, this game's gonna be out in, like, 2022. Back in, like, 2018. Clueless. I feel like the rest of the chapters aren't going to take nearly as long. You know, now that we have, like, a proper, like, launch. Oh my god. I hate that fucking collision. I hate that fucking collision. The collision that just halts you and only on demo. Yeah, they, like, you know, they got game change, you know. Got game change, you know, they've already done, like, you know, a lot of, like, like, obviously they're still gonna have to test and port and stuff for the console versions, obviously. But I feel like there was a lot of, like, big behind-the-scenes work being done alongside Chapter 3 and 4 being made. Yeah, I can see that for Chapter 5. Gundam from To be fair, I'm not making this any easier. I started early today, so I don't mind, you know, resetting and making the stream long. Yeah, I feel like we're getting the chapters individually, I think. I don't know. I mean, definitely Chapter 5 we're getting it individually, since, you know, we were promised to get it anyways. Like, Chapter 5 is absolutely going to be released individually. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, we might get, like, 6 and 7 together. But 5, absolutely, we're getting that on its own, because, you know, that's what was initially promised before Toby decided to change it. I am kind of curious, like, how much of this is just, like, scope creep, or, like, just, like, things naturally happening. Because obviously, I don't think Toby took the game. Toby would think the game would take this long, obviously. But I don't know. I'm really interested. Like, I'm really interested in, like, learning more about, like, the development of this game. Yeah, we're getting those chapters. We are getting those chapters. Toby Fox a Deltarune documentary. Yeah, 60 days. From several Swedish death metal bands. So true. God, we're getting this game. This game is going to be real. This game exists. Yo. Yeah, whatever. I don't fucking... I don't give a shit, man. It's 8:30. Been live for like 2 hours almost. But yeah, it just it's just kind of surreal to think about still. Yeah, I'm gonna. I was already like kind of just like it felt. I already felt surreal playing chapter 2. How many save files do you have set up? 2. Main route, weird route. I'm not an aborted weird route believer. Get some one-off. Yeah. I mean, I remember Shay bringing this up as well. It's also entirely possible that if you aren't on Weird Route, the game just deletes the Thorn Ring from your inventory. Like how it deletes the loaded disc from your inventory. If you take that out of Chapter 2. I'm getting hurt. I mean, honestly, like, I'm just gonna leave that to, like, messing around on my own time. But, like, for my actual, like, playthroughs of the game, you know. No, the game does not delete Thorn Ring. Like, Shay was just saying that is a possibility. Thank God I can keep my 48 Thorn Rings. So true. I didn't really need to save, but, you know. Safety. Felt like it. I love Thorny. Might save time on a later chapter. God, just like all the routing possibilities for all chapters once we get, you know, 2 extra chapters to throw into the mix. It's definitely gonna change up. It could even change up routing in earlier chapters, you know? Anyway, could be crazy. Assuming door warp stays in chapter 2, which I think it will probably. Then like, you know, you might want to grab weapons and like ACMR glitched. Like, sure, it loses a lot of time in chapter 2, but we have 2 more chapters to think about now. I'm picking up Pink Ribbon. Now, if Twin Ribbon being in the question, that depends. But Pink Ribbon, hell yeah, I'm picking that up for those, like, multi-hour categories, like, 6 seconds? Oh, no. Like, yeah, those 6 seconds matter now in, like, you know, these short categories, but... I don't know, is that 6 seconds you save in Chapter 2 gonna matter in, like, a 3-hour-long ACAB run? Surely. Who knows? I still think, you know what I think is really funny? I think it's really funny that throughout all of this, Chapter 1 is still probably going to be, like, probably still going to stay unchanged in routing. I think that's a little funny to think about. Yeah, it's a very, like, weird thing. Because you're also, like, you know, slacking, like, you know, losing, like, a turn of a character acting. I'm curious to see how it all turns out. No, do not go to Jubble. Imagine you can just buy them in a future chapter. Imagine. I mean, I feel like obviously you're gonna have to be able. Since it's a consumable that's required for item fusion. Quick, for anyone who knows ACMRG, do you need revivement? If not, I'll just grab it to be safe. Easy game. Think so. All right. Yeah. Arse my goat. I think I needed that. We just bird brain. Hi, Marlet. Oh wait, this is the fucking run where I got 5.5 red. Oh my, I remember this. I do know this was also the stupid run where I accidentally got 5-1 queen with like that one super scuffed strat where I just happened to hit all the exact amount of crits required. So yeah, I'm definitely losing time there. Oh yeah, we can't say it's free anymore. Well, we only have to save. We only have to say that for 3 and 4 stuff. 1 and 2 stuff is still free, because of demo. This is literally $25. Oh shit, it's a white guy. Wait, damn, I can't say Tenna is priceless. +2. Wow, you're telling me a 5 red 2 solo was slower than a 5.5 red? That's crazy. Dude, this strat is so fucking $25. Exactly. New Mauled unlocked. Now mess up something in Undertale. Man, this strat is so $10. Anyway, how are you today? I am doing good. I've been stuck in Chapter 1 jail for the past, like, 2 hours. But I'm finally free. Man, I can't wait to do full game all chapters after 3 and 4 release where I can just do fuck all in Chapter 1 because it's 3 hours long and I really don't want to be stuck in Chapter 1 jail. That was a run. Like, objectively, that was a run of Deltarune. You really played Deltarune? Wait. What if Deltarune played me? Whoa. Hit game, me. Zayas. Oh, I can finally play Chapter 2. How long has stream been up? Yeah, it's been over 2 hours. I really was stuck in Chapter 1 jail for 2 hours. Mutant RPG Wooble D releasing June. Actually, June 6th is my birthday. Birthday is right after Deltarune, yeah. June gang. If you move the release date to the day after my... Wait, that's true. You know what's funny? This isn't even, like, Deltarune releasing on June 5th. This isn't even the first time something Undertale related has happened to me, like, around my birthday. Although my other example isn't, like, as big. But in 2016, on my birthday, my favorite YouTuber, Some Call Me Johnny, uploaded his Undertale review. And I always found that really cool. January 32nd. 32st. Deltarune, am I right? This sure is a Deltarune. What's that fucking, what's that tweet I saw earlier today? Oh, yeah. Wow, Chris, we really have been Deltarune. Ross, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Brain cell. Every couple shares one brain cell. Yeah. Marla, the amount of times we said things at the same time. I have the same. Yeah, we both. Yeah. Perish. Streamer, that was the wrong option. Streamer, you're losing time. Bosom skip. You know, Perish was what I chose on my first playthrough. Don't forget to buy bagels! Need to put the E and V. I love how that's the only part of that's the only part of your old username we will ever reference for specifically that joke. You were like writing some fire right there, you know. We need Ralsei Death in Chapter 3. Toby, please. I will be so sad. We need to complete the trifecta. And then I guess since Noelle is also a main character, I guess we have like a Noelle death in Chapter 4. Because, you know, she's also a main character. Do it and my life is yours. I am not trusting you. I do not trust this guy. Oh, that was so close. Too fast, Morgan SGG Chinton bit. Good fucking bit, that's funny. I remember you're like the same as MRG, except you can actually miss a Suzy crit. And 4 turn. Man, I'm dead. Oh, my time law. Oh, my time save. When you see it! When you see it! Don't look at my BBT. When you see it. Man, I'm man. Man, I'm so. Man, shout out to like Win for the longest fucking time. My Enter Mansion split and my SGG PB was 27-27. And also, you know, for the longest time when my main route glitch PB was 27-27. Tied with Shay. I am placing blocks and shit cause I'm in fucking Minecraft. Flint and steel. Chicken jockey. The Nether. I am opening Dark Roads and shit because I'm the fucking... the bars. Wait. Cook? Lately weathered cut copper stairs. The movie's trash. Top 10 psych. Oh, I can't spell Jack Black. I love that everybody, like, everybody knows the Minecraft movie's trash, so they're just going in and treating it like a meme. All the videos I've seen of theaters fucking erupting into cheers during the fucking chicken jockey scene. Chicken jockey. You're watching it when Deltarune releases? Wait, that's true. Wait, hold on. Was that a good mouse too? Wait, that's possible. Wait, chat. You can get good mouse twos? No, but like Deltarune tomorrow. Big Calendar is gaslighting you. No, that's a good one. +2. That was like what? Like 3 pre-solves? Deltarune's releasing in 5 motherfucking seconds. I'll believe it. I'm falling. Shit. Yummy time save. You know, I'm just saying, for my fucking daily Jevil fights YouTube, I need to get a bunch of brain rot Deltarune memes together for, you know, to post to make thumbnail every day. Car wave. I'll have to wait a bit because I just used piles for a thumbnail. I just used it as a thumbnail for my April Fool's video. What is going on in chat? I'm kind of zoned out, focusing on the fight. Martlet is happening. OMG Martlet! OMG Martlet! OMG! God forbid women do anything. God forbid women. The American people are tired of women. The American people are people. Sales. Are you sure? Are you sure? Noel, can you, like, stop yapping, please? Like, can you keep this in hashtag vent? Had a pretty interesting day today. Are you sure? Please keep all venting in hashtag basketball, please. Oh, you mean secret admin furry chat? Every server has one. None of that is secret. Yay! I got bootleg Jevel's mouse. Jevel's mouse at home. Is that the word? You think I know what the optimal attack patterns are? You think I pay attention to that? No, I just do the crits when they happen. Yeah. Alright, good night, Marvin. Thank you for stopping by. Holy shit, he didn't... Hey babe, don't worry. Deltarune tomorrow. You know, I just realized, I wonder if we're gonna get another, like, Ralsei meme in the same vein as, like, you know, Ralsei driving a Mercedes-Benz and, you know, smoking a fat one. I wonder if we're gonna get another meme like that when the new chapters drop. Doobie. Shout out to my Hisuian Typhlosion, being named Ralsei solely because I saw a drawing of Hisuian Typhlosion, the fucking smoking a fat one. Alright, good night, Marvin. Alright, I'm feeling Prodigy. I was playing KFL earlier with Prodigy Waddle Dee, so it's gotta be Prodigy. Ah, Chistosito got it! When can I win again? When the RNG is in your favor. They find RNG manipulation for spelling bee. Oh my god, man. It wouldn't be worth it. It would not be worth it. I call you RNG so you can be in my favor. Aw, bars? Wait, bars? Hold up, her writing is this fire? I love getting bottom right key. I love getting the worst key. It's so funny. $72. Shay! Highest catch anyone's gotten. Last I heard was like somewhere in the 80s. It's like somewhere in, I think, the low 80s. No. As far as we know, there is no pattern that can get 100%. Yeah, you can get 100% if you get movement during the fight. You know, the hypothetical reality where the stovetops were interactable. Yeah, Deltarune's a perfectly programmed game. Alright guys, just so you know as well, we have a third release date to remember for Deltarune. Because, you know, we have the initial release date October 31st, then September 18th, and then now June 5th. September 7th. I always get the dates mixed up in my head, so... Mostly because, you know, I stayed up until like 4 a.m. that first night. Not playing the game. I beat the game at like midnight. I stayed up until 4 a.m. thinking about the game. And DMing Xander about it. Because he was the only other person I could talk to. You're not gonna play until like 3 days after. I was on that shit, like, the moment it started, you know, obviously because I was streaming it. Alright, but yo, get something good? Pull something good? Are you streaming 3 and 4? As of now, most likely, definitely yes. You know, I really want to record my reactions, and, you know, I stream Chapter 2, but, you know, also, it is gonna be really long. And, I mean, like, me personally, I will stay up late for that. But I don't know if I could do that while streaming. Yeah, if it's out at midnight, then I probably won't stream it. But if it's like 10 a.m. that like the Steam release says, which is just, you know, 0 UTC, then I will probably stream it. Pulling an all-nighter on release. Yeah, if it releases at midnight, I ain't going to sleep until I'm done. Till both those chapters are finished, I'm like, I'm staying awake. It's funny, we have like, what, 3 different release windows currently? Because there's the JP countdown, the English countdown, and then the Steam release time. Why release on a Thursday? Didn't Chapter 2 release on a Thursday? Or am I crazy? With the fucking 8 p.m. thing is just messing with me. The fact that it released so, like, the fact that it released so late into the day is what's making it fuck with my mind on, like, when it happened. Nintendo releasing the Switch 2 on a Thursday is wild. The original Switch released on like a Tuesday, I think. I know it was on a school day, like in like the middle of the week, because one of my friends woke up at like woke up to go to Best Buy. I just know it was a school day. Obviously, I'm losing time here, though, because this is the funny accidental 5-1 run. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get a Switch at launch. I didn't get a Switch until my birthday. And, you know, that was also, like, years, an amount of years I do not want to say currently, because it will make me feel old. I have to respect my friend who got up at, like, 4 a.m. just so he could stand in line in front of a Best Buy to get his Switch a day one, and then, you know, to have the restraint to like not being able to play it throughout the entire school day. Like, God, I could never.
Round 1.
Fight!
Oh no. They're calling it the worst throw you've ever seen. I misread the HP bar. I fucking misread the HP bar. In my defense, I'm a little sleepy right now. I should have just gone and played it safe. But it's whatever, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, you know, it was for the music sync. It was for the music sync. I threw for the music. Although if I'd done it correctly, it would have also been a pretty good sync, because it would have ended right at the pause. Because that's usually where it ends in normal main route. It was for the bit. The tension bit. Wait. Say that again? You were supposed to be a hero, Brian. I'm starting to think I like that name. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. I don't have a pack right now, but I have like an hour left, so I'm just gonna use some hourglasses so I can get the pack now. And, you know, push back my... I got a mag mortar. That's it. That's another themed collection finished. Started buying the vehicles and character costumes from Mario Kart World and the Mario Kart Wii. Amazing. But still no Martlet. Yet. And I only lost 0.7 with that massive throw. Simply just the GOAT. My good. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Check Jack channel. All right. I can do it during the sync cutscene. Oh yeah, to the shower. All right, let's see. On my phone. Oh, that's incredible. That's amazing. Absolute cinema. Toby Cinema. Are you gonna upload it to 7TV? Because I will I will add that in a heartbeat. Honestly, I wasn't really expecting a PB. I don't know, maybe it's just because the last, like, few times I ran this category, I was super rusty. So I just was, like, not playing well. I'll add it once, the run finishes. Wonder what Light World cutscene. Yeah, I wonder, will our Light World section in Chapter 3 be cutscene jail, or will it be like Chapter 1 where it just ends immediately? Oh, I'm not signed in. Oh yeah, because this is my first time on Firefox. Alright, it's been added. It won't show up on stream. And it won't show up if you don't have unlisted emotes disabled. Almost forgot to... Chicken jockey. I'm checking my SRC real quick. Yeah, this is a PB. Oh yeah, and it's the PB that I couldn't upload to YouTube because of something and because of a joke said in chat that YouTube didn't like that I won't repeat because I want to be able to upload this. Well, I'm just saying, you know, we really have been dealt a rune. Also, what the fuck are you talking about? That was a good, nice, long stream. I guess this is to kind of make up for the whack stream schedule I had the past few weeks. Anyways, is anybody live right now? Damn, nobody's live ever, other than small streamer GDQ. No, yeah, it picked a good split background. Anyways, yeah, that'll be it for me. Good night, everybody. Have a good night, y'all. Bye.